Look pretty similar, don't they? What's going on, YouTube? Hold on. Let me go in sport mode real quick. What's going on, y'all? Oh man, seat woman's mad hot. All right. How y'all doing? I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I made a video. But yeah, you know, the circumstances. What a year it's been so far, huh? What was my last video in March? Last video was probably in March, you know, right around when COVID hit. And I haven't made a video since. A few reasons why. Mainly because, you know, all this pandemic and all this political and all this depressing crap. Just ain't been in the mood. And also, I don't know, I just don't have as much enthusiasm for this car as I did for the Trackhawk and the Durango SRT. This is a great car. The Explorer ST is a great family car. It's no slouch, pretty fast. It gets up and goes. Plenty of space. Has all of the creature comforts, technology, nice big screen, 400 horsepower, stiff suspension, not soft and mushy. I mean, it's a great car. It's just, it's not an SRT product. It's not a Durango SRT. It's not a Trackhawk, not a Jeep SRT. So it doesn't have that swag to it, you know? This is just a cool ass family car. You want a family SUV that gets up and goes, that's not a slouch, you know, this is it. But it just doesn't have that pop that SRT products have. And that's just my personal opinion because I'm a Mopar dude. You know, the reason why I got this vehicle is because, you know, I had to get out of the Trackhawk, just bought a house. So this is like my 9-month review of this car. Not only have I had this car for 9 months, we also had our house for 9 months, almost a year. We're going on a year of home ownership in this Explorer ST lease. And I'm glad we got rid of the Trackhawk because I wouldn't be able to afford this house and have that Trackhawk payment, which was a beast. Because like they say, and it's true what they say, when you buy a house, those expenses come out of nowhere. I mean, renting or leasing an apartment is a totally different beast than owning a home. You know, it looks so nice when you go in, but once you move in, papers are signed, mortgage is done, and you in the house, all of a sudden this is leaking, you got this going on here, this going on there, that in the basement, you see all the improvements you want to do. You want to put in a fence around the backyard, brand new fence, thousands of dollars. We want to repave and replace the driveway, thousands of dollars. We repaving the walkway, new steps, couple grand. Some good landscaping. Refinish the basement. You want to redo your garage. Money, money, money in and out. And your own your own landlord too. Plumbing issues, all out of pocket. Electrical issues, out of your pocket. All that comes out of you. So home ownership is beautiful though. There's nothing like coming home to your own house, and not living in an apartment. Even though an apartment in the city was cool and all, having an apartment, middle Manhattan, Trackhawk, just you and your girl, chilling, living life. But then baby comes along. Now you gotta downgrade the car, get a nice family SUV like this, buy a house, live a little bit more modest. But that's life, I'll get back into it one day. I'll get back into it. Oh yeah, that Durango SRT Hellcat. That Durango Hellcat. I know I said that I would get that. But, as you all know, it's only going to be made for 1 year. On top of it only be made for 1 year, it's only going to be limited to a couple thousand units. Which means dealerships are going to destroy buyers on overcharges of MSRP. I guarantee dealerships going to be about $25,000 to $50,000 over MSRP they'll be asking for one of those Durango SRT Hellcats. At that point, it's like, nah, a Trackhawk is going to be considered cheap in price because they're going to be readily available, selling for below sticker, while you're trying to clamor for a Durango Hellcat. Dealership's going to be wanting $30K over already $90K MSRP. Nah, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying thousands upon thousands of dollars above MSRP just because it's a 1 year run and it's limited to 2,000 units. I guess my dreams of a Durango Hellcat ownership is out the window because I'm not paying over MSRP. Now, if miraculously somehow nobody buys them and they just sit on lots, even though they're 1 year, 2,000 run limited, and nobody buys them and they go down to MSRP or maybe below, maybe I may try to get it. I'll talk to the wife, save up some money, and try to get it. But right now it's not looking too good for the Durango Hellcat. It's looking like the next vehicle for me after this is going to be a Durango SRT. I would go back to the Trackhawk, but I don't like the after having this Explorer and owning the Durango SRT, the Grand Cherokee is just too small. It's way too small in the interior. It's tight. It's like you're driving a car that's just raised. It's real small. Being in this Explorer right here, this has more leg room, head room, shoulder room than even the Durango. And that's one thing I'm spoiled by in this Explorer is the room, the space. There's a lot of room, a lot of space. It's very comfortable. But it does you feel it though. It feels wide, it feels heavy. I mean, it's a big SUV, but on the outside it looks sleek. It looks, as you saw early in the video, I was looking at the Range Rover that was parked next to mine. And they look similar, it looks sleek, but on the inside, it feels much bigger than how it looks on the outside. It's deceiving when you look at it from the outside. When you sit inside, it's very roomy, extremely roomy. The only thing the Durango has more room in is the third row seating. And the Durango has more room than the third row in the Explorer. But the Explorer makes up for it by having a lot of space here in the front and in the rear seat. But yeah, after having this car for almost a year, 2 months shy of a year, it's treated me well. Can't complain. Doesn't have the pizzazz of the Trackhawk or the SRT, but as I said, it's a great family vehicle. If you're looking at one of these Explorer STs for something affordable, but has 400 horsepower, I mean, there's not too many 400 horsepower SUVs, 400 horsepower or above 400 horsepower SUVs for a reasonable price in the market today. There's just not too many, What else has 400 horsepower in the 50K range? The other vehicle in Ford lineup that's 400 horsepower, the SUV, the Aviator. Aviator is like 80, not the Aviator. I mean, is it that? Yeah, Aviator. Aviator's like freaking 80 grand, man. 70 grand for an Aviator. But that also has 400 horsepower for the top trim version. No, I think even the standard Aviator has 400. I'm not sure. I could be lying to you. But I know the Aviator has 400 horsepower. That's like 70, 80 grand. You get some good horsepower from the Raptor. That's like 70, 80 grand. SRT, 475 horsepower. But still, SRT Grand Cherokee, that's like 80 grand now. Everything is just so expensive. So if you want something with at least 400 horsepower and is not extremely expensive, Explorer ST is it. 50K, 55K, and you're good to go. Spacious. It's fun to drive. I'm not gonna lie. I get in it and I get on the highway. I push it. It is fun. I got the ball exhaust in there. It makes it sound a little better. It just doesn't have that oomph. You know what I mean? That oomph of the SRT. But then that oomph of the SRT is $80,000 worth of oomph. That's a big difference in that monthly payment. And also close to a year of home ownership. It's been lovely. I love going home and hearing nothing, no noise, no traffic. Hear crickets in my neighborhood, crickets in my backyard. Don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the city in the current climate. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying home ownership, and I do not regret giving up the Trackhawk to be a homeowner and to move out of the city. I do not regret it at all.